So today's speech will be a problem-solving speech, and the title that I picked for it will be "Take Control of Your Future." A question that should be being asked by politicians and policymakers is, why aren't young people and young groups of voters not performing their most fundamental right of voting, right? It is a fact that millennials will account for more than half of the voting population for the next U.S. elections, for the upcoming elections. And at this point in time, more social issues impacting those young generations, mostly millennials, those issues are being discussed in social media forums. Those issues, or the main issues that are being discussed, are related to college tuition reform and federal job programs. Those are the main and more extended issues that at this point in time are being discussed in this social media, which is the vehicle of communication for young voters at this point. Now, a solution that's given for this problem is not an effective one, due to the fact that it's just simply put plainly as to register to vote. That way you can take control of your future. However, and it has been suggested by experts that millennials will become the largest force driving future elections, not only here in the U.S. but throughout the world. Now, a solution that, based on my research, can be put in motion to solve this problem is, first of all, to ask a simple question: how do we make young people vote? So, based on the research, there are two different ways that I've been able to come up with, and that I have been also quoted by different research. One is to make the registration vote a more simple process. It can just be made a one-step process. To give you an example, if you're not born here in the U.S., when you become a citizen, you're given the option to register for one of the parties, either Democrats or Republicans, or you can be also an independent. But you're given the option at the moment you become a citizen. So that could be an option for just not people becoming a U.S. citizen, but for everyone. And the other way, based on the research, the other option that could be put in place is to exploit, and this is for politicians and policymaker people, to exploit different channels of communications, right? And communications that millennials use to share and consume information. And that information can be related to, the ideas and political parties, political movements, and all that stuff. Now, again, anybody who's running for power should be focused on trying to solve a simple question, which is, how do you make youngsters register to vote? Right? And the answer for that should come from us, millennials. We should focus, we should focus ourselves on asking policymaking people and politicians to use more clean ways to share their own announcements, their commitments, their plans, their solutions for the issues that are impacting us directly. Now, some of the tools that they can use could be all the social media platforms. At this point, you can call it Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything that you can share information technology-wise. And again, to streamline the voters' registration process. Now, additionally, another way to get young people to vote, not only to vote but to register, would be to petition or submit requests for a digital online center or platform where youngsters, technology-savvy people, can, after a single click, can access details on candidates, political movements, not only that, key social political dates in every single state, and details about issues in their own communities, to keep informed and to make educated decisions. Now, finally, policymakers must exhaust all available vehicles to persuade voters and groups such as millennials to actually register in order for them to, again, pursue their fundamental right, which is to elect people for power, to elect people to represent them. And you know, if we arrive to that, we have to be absolutely sure that if actively engaged and encouraged, young voters will sway not just the upcoming election, but any other election in the future. That will be all. Thank you.